Welcome back to the Central Valley Talk Wedding Show. I'm your host, Lauren Baker, filling in for Shelly Armstrong this afternoon. And we are here with Cindy Johnson-Pine of Heavenly Gems Design, which I'm really excited about as well, because if you were tuning in with us before, we were talking about wedding dresses, but along with the wedding dress, the other most exciting aspect is the rings you wear, and I'm so excited to talk with you about it. Welcome, Cindy.
Thank you.
Tell us all about what you do, because from what I understand when we were talking on break, she does a lot of custom designed jewelry and things that you wouldn't expect to get for this type of a thing. And it sounds really cool. So tell us all about it.
Thank you. I've been in the industry 27 years. I've worked for different jewelry stores. And about 22 years ago, I opened Heavenly Gems. There's a manufacturer located here in town that makes the jewelry for jewelry stores all over the United States. So we go to them, take our designs, and they create it. Because I don't have a store and you have to know me or know how to reach me,
Yes.
then I meet you at a local coffee shop or I meet you at a secure location and we discuss what you want, and you can use your old jewelry to take it all apart and make something new out of it. You can help pay the bill with the gold that's traded in, or we can copy a picture that you've seen. I can bring rings for you to look at. There's 40,000 designs in the shop that we can look at and determine what you want, how much you want to spend, and get everything done for you for 30 to 50% under the cost of a traditional jewelry store.
That's amazing. How long does it usually take for someone to get something really, like I have on this tiny little ring, like let's say someone wants something as simple as this, but like with obviously a stone on it or something, like how long would something like that normally take?
We do a CAD computerized rendering of what it looks like first after we determine what you want and about what you want to spend. We do a CAD picture. We determine exactly what it is going to cost. Then we do a wax. Then we meet again. Then to look at that. Then after we get all of that approved, then it takes 3 weeks to get the ring back.
It's awesome.
But we can do necklaces, bracelets, earrings. We can make mother's presents. We can make engagement rings. We can do cocktail rings. We can custom design. You can buy something that the shop has already made. We do everything.
So it's not just like, for lack of a better word, recycling old jewelry or like customizing old things into new things. You can also do brand new things as well.
Right.
It's like starting from scratch with your own
Starting
idea.
from scratch. If you have a picture of something that you've always wanted to wear, then we can custom make that at a substantial savings.
How much, as much as you can give me a general estimate, would it cost to do a custom design?
Custom design usually is somewhere around, probably be about a $8,000 ring. We can do it
Okay.
for about $2,500.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Tell us, how soon in advance should a bride or particularly a groom to be come to you in advance to get a ring for like their engagement? Like how soon should they talk to you if they want to do it like a week? If their plan is like to propose like a month from now or like that week, how soon should they be talking to you about getting a custom ring?
Well, we need about 6 weeks
Okay.
to make a custom ring. If you don't have that kind of time, then we can find a ring that's in the shop that's already made and put a center stone in for you, and you can have it within a week. But if you've got a little more time, the important thing is that the grooms not go to the jewelry store.
Yes.
That way they are able to give their fiance a bigger, better, more expensive ring and save a lot of money in the meantime.
That's very true. What made you decide to go into this business for yourself and do something like this as opposed to working in like an already established jewelry store or something?
When I was in the jewelry stores, young couples would come in and say, "We have $500. What can we buy for $500?" And I really had to work to come up with something for $500 for them.
Yeah.
And I always thought, jewelry stores are really out to make as much money as possible. They've got a huge overhead. They've got to pay commissions. They've got to pay all of their rental and overhead expenses. And because I don't have a store, I don't have that. So I can give you exactly what you want for right at what you want to spend.
That's amazing, and that's so true because I've never worked in a jewelry store, but I tried to like years ago, and from what I remember doing online, it was heavy. I'm like, oh my god, this is stressing me out already, just because it's true. It's all about, well, most business is technically all about money, but like there's some that like really do care about the customer, and I don't always feel that way. Well, they try to convey that, I think, in some jewelry stores, but it doesn't always come off that way because you know that they're trying any way they can to get you to say yes, no matter what it is. And that's really nice that you actually not conform, but like you actually cater to people's needs and what they actually want, instead of like making them feel like, oh, I'm just going to be paying for this the rest of my life. Is it worth it? I don't know. Do I love you that much? You know.
Well, there's nothing worse than spending all this money and then going to bed at night and stressing over how am I going to pay for it? Why did I spend so much money? And have buyer's remorse. My clients all say, oh my gosh, I can't believe you saved me so much money, and I got better, bigger, more than I could possibly imagine.
And if people are on a small budget per se, like could they like pay in installments with you if they had to? Like,
well, they can make a couple of payments. You know, when we do the wax, they can make a payment. When we do the CAD, they can make a payment. When we talk about it, they can make a payment. We can work with them like that. I also take credit cards.
yeah.
And so we try to keep the price low enough that everybody can afford something.
Yeah, make it easy but still make a profit.
Well, we try to give everybody what they want and make them feel really good about it.
On the flip side, for like fun's sake, like do you ever make jewelry just for yourself?
Oh, occasionally I'll make something fun, but there's so many things out there, and I see so much every day that no, not usually. I try to keep it all about the client.
That's good. What usually do people like? What's your most popular type of item that you usually sell? Like, what do people gravitate towards the most with you?
Well, I can get incredible prices on 2-carat diamonds, which it used to be everybody wanted a carat diamond in their engagement ring, and they still do. But a lot of times now they want the 2-carat diamond in their engagement ring, and so I can even buy off of the secondary market and save people a ton of money on that. I mean, more money than you can imagine when we buy that way. And we make some rings called Roman numeral rings.
Oh, what's that?
And it can either be in diamonds or just in gold. And it's your wedding date, it's your birthday, it's whatever special date that you have that you want to remember and make a ring to symbolize that wedding date.
Sounds really cool.
It is. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
How can people contact you if they're interested? Because I know you said you didn't have a shop, but that you'll meet people if they're interested in consultation. So how can people reach you if they're interested?
They can call me on my cell. It's 559-273-6546. They can reach me by email at heavenlygemsdesign@gmail.com. They can go to my website, heavenlygemsdesign.com, or they can always call my cell and reach me directly.
Awesome. Well, it's been delightful having you here, and I've learned so much already. It makes me want to go out and get proposed to myself, or hell, I'll just buy myself a ring, who knows. But I love it, I love it, I love it. And what a great alternative to just like having the equivalent of another student loan at some jeweler or something like that.
Yeah, and I have all kinds of shortcuts that people don't know about.
Ooh.
And so that's always fun to say, you know, this is what we can do, this is how we can make it, and it brings it in at just exactly what you can afford to spend.
That's absolutely amazing. I'm so glad you're doing that, because we could all use a little help now and then, and we're getting so much more for it. That's awesome. So thank you, Cindy, for being here.
Thank you.
Stay right here on The Wedding Show on Central Valley Talk. We'll be right back after these messages.